I repeat myself so much around here, I'm sick of hearing my own mouth. So I know them cheering is too. But I wouldn't have to fuss so much if these cheering did what I told them to do without me having to ask them 100,000 times. They get up every morning and run around here and act like they lost. We literally have a routine. I get their clothes together the night before. All they have to do is get up, brush their teeth, and freshen up. No, my kids don't take baths in the morning. The baths happen before bed. And then they just freshen up in the morning. Unless they want to. Somebody can't find their shoes. Somebody can't find their book bag. Somebody can't find their coat. I'm trying to figure out what happened to all this stuff. And what would be a good morning without the kids fighting, screaming, and yelling. Anywho, I had a long night last night, y'all. I just laid down at 3 o'clock a.m. Buddy came to me and told me he didn't feel good. So I gave him a little cough medicine. And then he went to bed. Before he went to school, I asked him, did he feel good enough to go to school? He said, Mama, yes, I'm fine. All I needed was a little nap. I said, okay. Made sure he had a t-shirt on and made sure he was greased up really good. And he seemed fine to me. I told him if he didn't feel good, he could stay home. My boy loves school. He's learning so much. I'm one proud mommy. But I told him if he did not feel good, once he go to school, make sure you call me. He said, okay, Mama, I got you. Oh, and if you're new here, I decided to switch up my content a little bit, vlog about my life every day so y'all can see what I really go through as a mother. And baby, the struggle is definitely real. But we don't give up over here. It's not even an option. We're gonna keep pushing forward because God got us. So welcome to Taz and them kids and our realistic moments. And if you want to see more realistic moments with Taz and them kids, please don't hesitate to give us a follow. And if you really want to support us, head on over to YouTube and give us a follow there too. We greatly appreciate it. Another thing I always tell my kids when they get up in the morning, after you are clean and dressed and ready for school, and you have time to waste or spare, make sure y'all straighten up y'all rooms and clean up the bathroom before you leave. I absolutely hate walking through the house and seeing a mess laying everywhere. Baby, I am not y'all maids. Y'all are big enough to pick up behind yourselves. But of course, I walk through the kitchen and the living room and the dining room and pick up their mess and throw it right in their room so they can clean it up after school. I tell them, if you don't want to hear mama mouth, let's get it together because we have a routine around here. Let's stick to the plan because teamwork always make the dream work. Anywho, thank God by the time we got outside, it was not that cold. So I didn't have to warm the car too much because when Big Betty Bertha is too cold, it take her a minute to warm up. And when she's really, really cold, she might not even crank up. I got Buddy to school. We did our secret handshake, gave him a kiss, and I told him if he didn't feel good, we can go on back to the house. Because even though he said he felt fine, in my gut, because my mother's intuition, I felt otherwise. Juicy J and Bay gave me their kisses and they head on out the door. Then there was Toot. Sometimes Toot give me kisses, but y'all know how these teenagers is. Think they too big for love and affection. And they stay in them darn phones. Like, who are y'all talking to? Well, this is why I call y'all back at. I gotta go get me something to eat because I'm so tired and so overwhelmed. I don't feel like cooking nothing. I got so much work to do. I'll call y'all back in a little bit. Just make sure y'all pick up. And as always, it's love, peace, and hair grease. Bye, y'all.